For a budget tier phone, it does have a decent camera setup. You have the main 48 megapixel, which has the Sony sensor, so you'll get some decent images out of that one. It has a macro camera for some close-up shots, and it has a depth camera to get that bokeh effect when you're taking portrait photos. This screen is a massive fingerprint magnet. As far as other phones go that are within the same price range, we have the Motorola G84 here, which has a 12 megapixel ultra wide angle, which has autofocus, so it can also be used as a macro camera. And between the two cameras, they can create that bokeh effect. So really, these two cameras can actually do more than these three cameras. The Motorola G84 is $20 more than this one if you were to buy it new. And it does come with a case and the charger and cable in the box, just like this one does. However, this one has one of the most budget-friendly processors available on the market today. It is ranked 160 out of the modern 180 processors in 2024 that score above an F rating, so it is a D-rated processor. The Snapdragon 695 in this phone is ranked 89th, which is B rated, so 2 whole grades above this one, and the amount of performance in this phone is so significant that, in my opinion, it is most definitely worth the $20 price difference. I'm going to put on the screen here the benchmark scores of the processors for these two phones. As you can see from just the straight up benchmarks, the Snapdragon 695 in the G84 way outperforms the budget processor in the Oukitel C38. How this will show on a day-to-day basis is faster app load times and better gaming and also better graphics and visuals. Here is a straight-up comparison for the CPU, gaming performance, battery efficiency of the two chips. The Snapdragon 695 does outperform the budget chip in every way. This is actually pretty funny. The key differences here, normally this chart will show the advantages to the 695, and then it will show the advantages to the chip it's being compared against. Sometimes the advantages are smaller, like this one has the phones you can get are more cost effective, so you can save money buying this chip. But for this particular comparison, there are no pros for this chip. It only shows pros for the 695. And it's hard to find, there's not very much info on the budget chip in the Oukitel. It's hard to find spec sheets and stuff for it, but you can find out which generation the actual cores are in the processor. And they're all several generations behind the Snapdragon 695, which is in the G84, which the 695 is already a couple of years old, a tried and true processor. So even though this is a newer processor, the cores that make up the processor are older technology. Anyways, that is all I got for this phone. I would say this is a decent budget tier phone. It has a good battery life, nice big battery, so it'll last you a while, and a decent main sensor on the camera, so you should get some alright photos. But if you can pick this phone up for like $150, that may be worth it to you, especially with the parts that it does come with. However, it does not come with things like an OLED screen and 5G technologies, and the G84 is a 5G phone with an OLED screen and a fingerprint sensor on the screen. I would recommend spending the additional money to get a thinner, lighter, faster phone if you're going to be using it as a daily driver.